Yeah, man, those games used to be trap games, man. Like, what else is a trap game on the schedule? We got Denver, Denver and the Raiders, a trap game.
Yeah, I'm looking at hold on. Niners Rams is a good game.
Now, they halfway decent teams though, man.
Yeah. One and a point favorite.
Yeah. Um, oh,
Eagles Packers.
no, that's gonna be a heck of a game. The Eagles Packers game gonna be straight, but that's
Yeah.
um. I ain't. I'm gonna take the Eagles in that game. They playing in Philly or they playing in Lambeau.
Lambo.
I'm gonna still take Philly, but I wouldn't be surprised if Philly lost. Oh, because Jordan Love been playing really good. So,
I don't know. I want to pick this Chargers Steelers game.
try to steal it. That's a tough one. They playing in Hans. They playing at Hans Field.
No, LA.
They playing in L.A. Uh,
Or I mean, both of these. The Vikings Ravens.
that's another good one.
That's a good one because you got Lamar's back.
Yeah, Lamar's back, and
The Vikings.
J.J. McCarthy's
He
playing,
actually did his thing last game.
and they got a nice little squad, man. Out there in Minnesota, they got good defense. So Brian Flores, getting them together with that defense. Uh,
Yeah, I'm gonna do that Chargers Steelers.
you said you're going to charge the Steelers. Okay. You know who else?
I made the NBA next week.
Pick games for the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh, the Colorado, they got blown out, didn't they?
Yeah.
They play West Virginia next. They got blown out like in consecutive games by 50 or more, like 50 plus points, man. It's not a good look.
No.
They're not gonna fire him though. Nah, they're not gonna fire him. I am Mike 2.
It's the Keep 1 Million show. We're live, 90.7 FM, KRDP. I'm Dwayne.
Sean P.
And once again, it's Thursday night football.
Yes, sir.
We have Broncos, Raiders, and the Raiders are up 7-0 in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just say before we start that this could be a trap game
Yeah.
for Denver at 7-2.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix playing
Playing pretty good.
extremely well.
Yeah, playing well. Yeah,
They got one of the top defenses in the league.
it's trap game for the making because it's a division rival. It reminds me of even though these two teams aren't division rivals, it was years ago. You remember Terrell Pryor?
Yeah.
He played for the Raiders, played quarterback for the Raiders before he switched over to wide receiver. He's playing wide receiver with the Commanders, Redskins at the time back then. But he was playing quarterback, and I remember that game vividly because Pittsburgh fans were so mad because it was a trap game for the man, and the Raiders ended up beating them. And Terrell Pryor had like a 90-yard touchdown run. It was crazy, but it's all every team has those type of games where they should win on paper, but
Oh yeah.
it's usually a division game.
Yeah, division games are always like this. And they got Ashton Genty, the rookie, has a touchdown. He's the 9 carries, 31 yards. So, you know, that running game is going to do something, especially in these games like this where, you know, there is no love loss.
Oh, not at all.
For either team.
Not at all.
Yeah, but before we get into all that, a player of the Cowboys just passed away.
Yeah, MARSHAWN Neely, right? Not
Yes.
MARSHAWN Neely, yeah.
MARSHAWN KNEELAND died in apparent suicide. And when I first heard it, it was kind of a weird situation. I didn't know if it was real or not. That it was a traffic stop, and he fled the scene of the traffic stop. The police stopped chasing him, but then found the car crashed, and he died of a gunshot wound. When I heard that, I'm like, that don't even sound right, but you know, people online talking about, I guess he actually did suffer from mental illness or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I heard, I saw a video I read somewhere, and also read somewhere that he was expressing suicidal thoughts. He was expressing that, and anytime somebody is doing that, you really want to take it seriously. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
You really want to take it seriously. I had a good friend of mine commit suicide, and I wasn't around him at the time, but people said did he. I mean, he was always a surly type of guy, so it wasn't that, but he really was withdrawn, and you want to pay attention to that, and it's real tough, man, because when you do something like that, it affects your family, it affects your friends, teammates, and everything. It's and I always tell people, if you feel that bad, go get some help. Go talk to somebody, because believe it or not, there is somebody that's going to listen to you. And these teams have mental health people on the staff that you can go talk to.
Yeah.
And some they just don't utilize it. But prayers up for his family and his loved ones and his teammates. This goes beyond sports, because you know you're a Giants fan, I'm an Eagles fan. This isn't the rivalry stuff that goes out the door. I mean, really, like pray for them teams, pray for the organizations, because I know a lot of you all believe that people don't care, that these teams don't care, but they really. Jerry Jones is not a monster. You can't tell me he doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know, so this is real tough.
Yeah, and just how you said about, you know, the rivalry, Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, this is beyond that. And what I've seen online is people, you know, going back and forth, arguing over nonsense about, you know, the Cowboys and everything. And it's like, man, this guy lost his life, whatever was going on in his life, in his head or whatever, that has nothing to do with the Cowboys, the team, how they're playing or whatever. You know, they did lose to the Cardinals. He had a great game.
Yeah,
you know,
scored a touchdown off a block punt.
His first touchdown. Second-year player, just 24 years old. But for people to, you know, talk bad about this situation because it's the Cowboys, it's like, come on, that had nothing to do with what happened, you know. But something happens like this, you do need to talk to someone. You know, hopefully, if there's any more information that's gonna come out. But prayers up to his family. You know, hopefully everyone kind of gets through this.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a shocking situation when it comes to, you know, a young man losing his life like that.
Yeah, 24 years old.
Right.
That's young. I mean, my oldest daughter, she's 22. So yeah, like this dude was. I'm old enough to be his dad. So like I'm thinking as a parent, you're just like, man, like you just like. Yeah, like what was bothering you so much that you took it to finality like that.
Yeah.
So and I'm more than sure some stuff will come out a little bit later.
And, unfortunately for men in particular, we have to start talking about our issues, mental issues, whatever we have going on, because we can't. I've heard this a lot. Men, you know, committing suicide, men, you know, are the highest number.
Yeah.
Whether it's veterans or, you know, homelessness or whatever, but you have to speak up, you know, talk about what's going on in your life. And we've been conditioned, especially at our age, we've been conditioned not to say anything, to just keep on going, keep your head down, and, you know, be quiet and don't, you know, don't express your feelings and things of that, and that can't happen in this day and age. You have to talk to somebody. So hopefully people get that message.
Yeah, it's Charlamagne the God talks about this all the time. About he talks about therapy, and he pushes that out there, which is one of the things I like that he does. It tells me you gotta get therapy, or you can't be holding all this stuff in. Male or female, but we're talking about males, talking about men, especially black men, you know, who in our society, black men who retort that, oh, you gotta be tough, you gotta be this, you gotta be that, you know, you gotta be able to vent out, and remember, when you go talk to a therapist, it's confidential. They can't tell anybody. They can't even tell your wife or your girlfriend, or your mom. They when you're an adult, when you're a child, they have to do stuff, let the parents know, but they can't tell anybody, you know, like anything. So you can talk about whatever, unless it's a crime. If it's a crime, they have to report that. But they can't. So go get help if you need it. Seriously, just before you. I don't like seeing people hurt themselves or hurt other people.
Yeah, and other than the news today, when it comes to the whole gambling case, Damon Jones has entered a not guilty plea in his case.
Okay.
And the interesting part is the fact that his parents had to put up their home to get him out of jail.
Whoa.
Right. What's crazy is the fact that you say he earned more than $20 million, played for 10 teams, 11 seasons, and
they had to put up their
home? For him to get out of jail, they had to put up their home.
Well,
$200,000.
I will say this. I will say this. I've never been in that situation before, but my question would be, and maybe somebody can educate me with this: did they freeze his accounts and stuff like that? Because I've heard of people getting their accounts frozen, so they can't access their money to do that. And what a lot of people do is, you know, this is more so mobsters and stuff like that. They'll have income out there. They'll have something out there they can get to if they have to pay a retainer or something like that. Or they will already have lawyers on retainer. It'll be right there. Okay, I already gave you this $250,000. You know, like or it's already sitting right there. So you know, you come in and you do what you gotta do. But so I'm not trying to count his pockets or anything. So I'm gonna figure out.
There's been people talking and he's been in some real trouble financially.
Okay.
As far as gambling, he's been placed really high bets, hundreds of thousands of dollars he lost.
Okay.
Due to gambling, he had a serious.
So he had some. It wasn't what I was just talking about. He had some true issues.
Right.
And that's messed up. His parents have to do that. Like
Right.
like
And what's
jeez.
crazy, you think as a athlete, ball player coming out of wherever you're coming out of, the first thing you do, they always say,
They buy
your parents
parents
a
a
home.
home. Yeah.
Exactly.
At least for black
Right.
parents.
And the thing is, coming now, they have to put up their house as collateral is really like a slap in the face, because you were the breadwinner of your family. And almost all of these NBA players are, when you're making millions of dollars.
And here's another thing: people that you would that he might have considered his homies, that might have could have helped him out. They distance themselves from it.
Of course. You see LeBron James nowhere to be found. I mean, he's not even playing basketball
Yeah,
right now.
I didn't even want to bring his name up because
Right.
I'm talking about other people, because I already know LeBron wasn't going to touch it. But other people, it's because if somebody does lay some bread down for them, the first they know, especially if they still playing, they know they're gonna be like, oh, why'd you do that? And why'd you do this?
Exactly.
It's none of that. Oh, he's my homie. He's my friend. And this, and this. They'll smear your name pretty much.
You don't want to tell a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, so you kind of got to stay away from it.
This reminds me, stuff like this always reminds me of that 30 for 30 called Broke. And how these players that was on that documentary just squandered, millions. Some of them got, scammed. Some of them it was the family. And a lot of it was just the most horrible money management imaginable.
Yeah.
You give a 19, 20-year-old kid millions of dollars and say, okay, hey, here you go.
Yeah.
But that was back in the 80s and 90s. The one with Bernie Kosar, he was paying so many different bills, his whole family. It was just, expecting him to pay their lifestyles. So, but fast forward to now, and you have all this information, all this knowledge about how to keep your money, how to save your money, how to invest your money, the smart way, and you throw it all away for gambling.
And let me tell you something.
End up with the mob. That's crazy.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
So what happens is, you got to remember, some of these young men never had a job before.
Yeah.
So you plop all that. Let me dumb it down a little bit for people. I was in the military for 20 years, right? So when you come go into basic training, you gotta remember, some of these kids never had a bank account. They never filled out a check before. I've done all that before, because I was 26 years old when I came in. So you give them, if they come with which a lot, because I didn't have this, your account number and your routing number. If you don't have it, they give you one, because you're gonna be getting paid while you're in basic training. So what happens is, you're not spending any money like that in basic training. So essentially, we're there for 2 months at Lackland Air Force Base. When you get out, you got your paychecks, right? Same, right. As a matter of fact, they post it on a thing, and you look at it and it tells you how much you got paid, right? So when you get out and you hit your next base to learn your job at technical school, you probably got maybe about $2,000 to $3,000. Do you know some kids that never saw that much money in their life?
Right.
So let's just say, for the sake of argument, they don't spend that money, but they get to their actual base. Then what happens to them is, some of them get their enlistment bonuses, right? So some of these cats was getting like $10,000, $15,000. So they never saw that much money before. What's the first thing they do? They start stunting. Yeah. They go get their they get the J's, get gear, get a car, get all this stuff. Remember, they can get a brand new car and they just gotta pay the note. You got somebody that's an E3 driving the I came in when did I come in? 02, but I got to my base in 03. You got cats that was driving brand new 2001, 2002s.
Yeah.
And the car note was like, they only getting paid like about $800 a check. Car Car note like $500. You know what I'm saying? So you just like they don't get. Now I wasn't the best with money. I did okay. But what I'm trying to say is, a lot of people, and it wasn't just black kids. It was everybody.
Yeah.
So you just was like, they just don't know. And then the ones who get it, like I'll bring up Marshawn Lynch, Kevin Garnett did this as well. They never touched their game checks. Their game checks was somewhere, and they grew interest and stuff like that. They ate off their endorsement, endorsement money. So that way, when they retired, they good. And Shannon Sharp brought this up. He said, you want to be able to live the lifestyle you live in, so you got this budget, and you say, okay, this is how much I make a month. Boom. You know, like now Shannon Sharp probably was a bad example because he went through his BS, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. And the thing is let me cut you off, but
yeah.
You say that scenario, but then times that by those players getting their first check and be $200,000. Their game check is $500,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, their signing bonus is $8 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just seen one where Kirk Cousins just got $90 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And he's sitting on the bench.
Yeah, because
the most expensive backup.
Because he didn't get traded. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then couple that with a gambling problem. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
But we got to go to break.
Yes, sir.
Come right back. We're gonna talk NFL and the NBA. Talk about the Lakers and everything. Keep it locked right here. Let's keep 1 Million Show.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I saw it all the time. Now, I wasn't the greatest. I wasn't bad, but I look back at some things I could have did way better.
Yeah.
Way better. I'm not gonna say it right here. I can tell you privately, like one thing I know I would have did differently, but that would have drastically been better for me. But it's some things I could have did. Like I could have figured it out because I didn't understand how money worked. I'm not saying I 100% do now, but I know better than I did then, like how it works. You know, like and I definitely would have been way better off right now than I am. But we ain't bad. We cool, but stuff that I teach my son, even shoot, my oldest daughter, she got it together. She already said she want to get it to the point where she ain't got to work. When she turned 40, she ain't never got to work. I say that's what's up. I wish I would have had that mindset when I was 21, 22. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shoot, man. Yeah, man.
So these kids are getting into gambling, all this stuff.
Like, I gamble too, but I don't like to lose money. So soon as I lose a little bit of money, I'm like, nope. Like I think last year I lost a couple dollars through FanDuel. I'm like, nope, I'm good. Now when the tournament come up, I'm gonna do some stuff.
Yeah. It's Keep 1 Million Show on 90.7 FM KRDP. And once again, Thursday night football.
Yes. What's the score?
Raiders, Broncos. Yeah, it's still 7-0.
Oh man, this is gonna be a defensive struggle.
Yeah.
Oh man, that means I got Bo Nix playing the fantasy. That means he ain't gonna give me nothing.
Right.
I should have played Sam Darnold.
Right. Some news just came out. Antonio Brown has been arrested and extradited to New Jersey from Dubai.
Oh, he was in Dubai?
Yeah, for
that gun thing when he got into that fight.
Yeah, it was an attempted murder. They charged him with.
Yeah, because they were fighting and he went to the. I think he went. The fight was over and he went to the car, got the gun, and went after the dudes. Yeah, like that's how they got to do. I believe somebody could correct me, but that's how they got to do with Ludacris, Shaka Zulu. Like when he got jumped, you know, after the dudes jumped him, then they stopped beating up on him. They were walking away. Then he pulled the gun out and busted shots. Like, dog, you can't do that. Now, if they was in the midst of it, like you getting boom, 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 and then you pull out just to protect shot, bow, bow. That's self defense, you know. So yeah, Antonio Brown, he and the sad thing about it is he actually had security there with him. When you have security, let them handle it.
Right.
Let them handle. Don't go get your. Personally, he shouldn't have had a weapon because he's not stable anyway. And
yeah, no. Well, it said is he took the gun from a security guard.
oh, he took it from okay.
Yeah, grabbed the gun from the security staffer and fired 2 shots towards the guy, and the guy said that one of the shots grazed his neck. So, yeah, he's gonna be charged. He's being charged with attempted murder.
Okay.
And what I want to talk about, just we talked about with the gambling and everything, this fall from grace with Antonio Brown is something that's actually is amazing. Coming from winning Super Bowls to
Did he win Super Bowl? Oh yeah, Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
Tampa
no,
Bay.
Tampa Bay.
I don't think he won one with the Steelers, did he?
No, I thought he did.
Nah, he wasn't on that team with Santonio Holmes.
No, he wasn't on that team. Okay. The thing is, though, from being one of the top wide receivers in the game to that famous walking off the field, his last game as a player, on some, crazy stuff.
Yeah, and that was weird because they said he had incentives in his contract. If he would have got a couple more catches,
right,
he would have got like some couple $1 million. And knowing Tom Brady, because Tom Brady was notorious for that, for hooking his getting their money.
I think that's what was the argument, and why he left, because he thought he was trying to get those catches, and when the ball wasn't thrown to him.
Nah, but Tom typically would get you the ball,
right. That was a crazy situation, and from there you have him going to with Kanye West doing music, and
he actually had one song that was actually
that
was actually pretty good. It was a pretty good song.
Now going around the world, posting on social media. I mean, we talked about mental health. We talked about mental health, and those are the signs of mental health. It has to be looked at, and unfortunately, no one stepped in for him because he shouldn't have been even near a gun. He should not have been. However that fight happened, someone should have grabbed him and took him into his car or wherever.
Security should have got him away from the situation.
Exactly.
I want to know how he got the gun from security, because typically they have it on their hold. Did he I would love to know how he got the gun. Was the holster strapped? Was it buckled, or did he unsnap it? I'm just curious to know that. And yeah, mental health, CTE, man. CTE. Like, I remember Vontaze Burfict. When he that hit, some players said that he was never the same after that. And he was one of the greats. He was on his way to a Hall of Fame career. That dude was one of the best route runners out there, man.
Exactly.
And he wasn't a big guy. He was like 5'10", something like that. He didn't come from a big time college. I mean, he people don't understand how really good he was, and it's just sad.
Yeah, horrible situation. Definitely keep an eye on that. When he gets booked and all that. We are tied now, 7-7.
Oh, what?
Yep, Denver Broncos just scored. Troy Franklin with a 7-yard TD pass from Bo Nix.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, so tied up, 2 minutes left in the first half. Now, speaking of NFL, Was it week 10?
Yeah, week 10. Speaking of Antonio Brown's song, my son was the one that told me about it. He said, "Oh, Antonio," he said he found it somehow, and I listened to it. I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good." So he said, "Yeah, I like this song." Pretty good song.
Well, we got some games to pick.
All right, let's
Week
go.
10. First game is the Patriots versus the Bucks. The Patriots, the surprise team of the season, they're 7-2, leading the AFC East.
Drake May is killing it.
Yeah, they say he has a higher completion percentage right now than Tom Brady did. Yeah. But they're going against the Bucks. Bucks still my dark horse team.
Yeah.
Bucks are 2.5 favorite. And they're at home. I'm going with the Bucks.
The Bucks at home.
Yeah.
You know what? I go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well.
Okay. Next game, Niners, Rams. Right now, the best division in football.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams are 6-3. No, excuse me. Niners 6-3. The Rams are 6-2. Rams are 4.5 point favorite. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
The Rams over the Niners.
And it is
It's at San Fran.
in San Fran.
You know what? I have to go with Los Angeles as well. The better team. They play well. They play well on the road.
Now, yeah. Next game, Ravens versus Vikings. Two teams that are trying to bounce back. With J.J. McCarthy back and Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings are at home, but Baltimore's a 4.5 point favorite. I'm gonna have to go with Baltimore.
Going with Baltimore. We'll go with Minnesota.
And then Steelers, Chargers.
It's a tough one.
Chargers are at home 6-3. Steelers 5-3. Chargers are 2.5 point favorite. I'm gonna do the upset here. I'm gonna go Steelers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Los Angeles Chargers.
All right. So this week we both picked the Bucks over the Pats, the Rams over the Niners. Oh, also the Eagles versus the Packers. Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
Packers are at home 5-2-1. Eagles are 6-2. Green Bay is 1.5 point favorite.
So this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with the Eagles, but I wouldn't be surprised if Green Bay beat them because Green Bay is really good. Even though Tucker Kraft, their tight end, went down for the season. I think they put him on IR, but it's an ACL. I think he's done for the season.
Yeah, this one's tough. I'm gonna have to go with the Packers at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Packers can pull it off. I mean, it's a pick 'em type of game, really close, but I think that home crowd is going to get to the Eagles. I'm not sure if they could actually throw the ball in that
In the stadium, in that stadium
right.
with the wind and everything.
Right.
I think he'd be fine.
So yeah, so you have the Eagles, I have the Packers. I have the Ravens, you have the Vikings. I have the Steelers, you have the Chargers. Now, moving on to NBA. only game today is Clippers versus Suns. The Clippers are winning 27-26. But
They playing here,
they're playing here in Phoenix.
right down the street.
Yeah. The Lakers are one of the top teams in the league right now. It's 7-2 in the West, or 7-2 without LeBron James. They're right behind Oklahoma City, which though to me is 8-1. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves are playing lights out right now, and it seems like they're trying to move on from LeBron. Now they're coming up on a 5-game road trip, but LeBron is not going to be traveling with them. I mean, is that a sign? I know he has a sciatica and everything like that, but you know, you have the trainers there with you. I don't know, why wouldn't you go on the trip with them to support them?
Sciatica, isn't that your back? That's your back, right?
Yeah, nerve pain is kind of a, they were clowning him as the old man, injury and things of that.
Look, he's been playing for over 20 years.
Like the timing's kind of suspect.
Look, we all know that LeBron
because of the gambling situation too.
Oh yeah, don't want to answer the questions and all that. We all know that LeBron don't. But Brian, he about after All-Star break. Yeah, that playoff joint. So any time off where he could rest is good for him. But they are playing well without him. I felt the Sixers were playing well without Embiid.
Yeah.
They messed around. I believe lost 2 in a row with Embiid. I'm like that, you were telling me Detroit is 6-1.
Detroit is doing good.
Chicago 6-1.
Yeah.
And then we got you also got Memphis not doing too good. Got that Ja Morant stuff going on down there.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that before we get to the break. We get after the break.
Yeah.
And another question about LeBron James as well after the break. But Ja Morant, it looks like he may be on the trading block come the trade deadline. It's not looking good, and I'm kind of on Ja Morant's side on this. I'll let y'all know after the break, but we'll be right back with more. Keep 1 Million Show.
Yes, sir.
Services on the radio that larger.
You on Ja side?
Huh?
You on Ja Binks side?
Well, I saw what the coach said, and it's like
if your local business is interested,
they're pushing that analytics stuff,
and individual donor
right? And they're not playing good because they're not in chemistry, and he's not getting the right shots and everything like that where he needs to be. He's not playing like he should be playing because they're pushing this.
From the drop down menu. Thanks for your support, KR.
They're pushing this. I'll tell you watch.
Serving the East Valley on 90.7 FM and the rest of our community online at our website. Listen, the number 2, KRDP.com. KRDP features a mix of R&B, jazz, soul, gospel, and locally produced programming from the Valley community. We encourage you to financially support KRDP with a sustaining monthly donation. You can donate right now by going to our website. Listen, the number 2, KRDP.com. Click on the donate button. Your financial support is greatly appreciated.
All right, let's keep 1 million. Show Dwayne.
Sean P.
90.7 FM.
Yes, sir.
KRDP. And the question I had about LeBron James is it time Should this be his last season?
I always let the players decide that. Personally, I don't want to see him limping off the court. Is one thing. I don't want to see that. Like, I remember Peyton Manning. When he left the game, he left winning the Super Bowl, but it was lackluster. He wasn't the same. Peyton Manning. I swear, I saw him in the Super Bowl throw a pass. The receiver caught it. It was almost picked off, but the receiver caught it. But it looked like he struggled to throw like a 19-yard pass. And I didn't want to see that from one of the all-time greats. LeBron deserves the right to pick when he wants to roll out.
Yeah.
But it's not looking good when you get these little, like they said, old man injuries. It doesn't look real good. But I get the science of it because he's not playing these games because he's just resting up, not going on the road trip. People say because the gambling thing he doesn't want to answer the questions, but think about it. He doesn't have to get on the plane. He doesn't have to do any of that, and he's earned that right.
Yeah,
he's earned that right.
And also, I think the problem is they're playing a lot better without him.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah,
and with the Lakers, they always move to the next phase, the next superstar.
Oh yeah.
And you got Luka now.
That's why they picked up Luka.
Team now, and you see how they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing great. How would they play with LeBron in?
Mm-hmm.
Would the game slow down? Would it all just be how LeBron is, dribble, drive? Would he accept a lesser role?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. And maybe he's thinking about it now while he's out. Is he gonna finish this whole season? Is next season gonna be his last season? Because it's got to be coming up soon. It's got to be on his mind, like front of his mind, not back of his mind. So
yeah,
that's definitely gonna be one of the big storylines of this season. And the other huge storyline is going to be John Morant. Now, the John Morant situation is a lot different because it seems like him and his coach and the coach staff is not seeing eye to eye at all. He was suspended for, contact detrimental to the team for one game for, I guess, talking a certain way they didn't like, which, when that happens, it's time to move on when people are saying you got an attitude and things of that nature. And it seems like he just want to win, and his team is not on that page. Remember, was it 2 or 3 of the guys he came up with was traded, and that team was drastically different than it was last season. The coach, who looks really young, is talking all about analytics and their style of bringing in players and resting players is not. It looks like it's not a good thing for John Morant because he's like he wants to play the whole time.
Yeah.
I can see you got 2 fouls, 3 fouls, and you gotta sit him. But they're sitting him. They're not having cohesive, unit. Switching up different matchups and things of that nature. And it's like the analytics is gonna get y'all really messed up because you're not gonna be winning. You keep always trying to tinker, and this player is like, hey, let's just go, let's play. So that's the reason why I'm kind of on Josh's side with this situation because he wants to play basketball, and they're kind of trying to handcuff and put him in this box.
Yeah, John's not that type of player. He reminds me of just a bigger Allen Iverson. He's not a real great shooter. I mean, he can hit the jump shot, he can hit the 3, but not known for that.
Right, he's a driver.
He's a driver of the ball. He's a finisher around the rim. Saw some stats today that he was, I think he was 49% around the rim. and now he's like 29% around the rim. He's only 14% from 3-point range. It's not a great start of the season for him, and you know, I like Ja. You know, he made those silly mistakes some years ago, but he's not an analytic player. He's not that, and that's what I don't like about analytics. Like, matter of fact, a coach that used to coach the Grizzlies, Lionel Hollins, he's a real good coach, but they got rid of him because he wasn't with the analytics. He's with X's and O's, going out there playing tough defense, and you get rid of these guys because they're not with the analytics. And I blame the movie Moneyball, the baseball movie about the analytics, which was based on a true story. Like, if this player's right here at this time, he can hit this shot. You know, what happened to just say, like Michael Jordan, I'm gonna just go out there and rip your heart out. I mean, Kobe Bryant, I'm the mom. I'm gonna strike at you.
Right. Let's just play ball.
Let's just play some ball.
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean, it's gotten to the bad where the point where the Memphis Grizzlies tickets went all the way down to $2.
$2.
$2.
Well, for the nosebleeds.
I mean, probably, but still $2. And then I watched, you know, some of the games, you know, on YouTube, kind of watching highlights, and I watched the last Memphis game, and there's no one there. Like, it's really bad. And in the last couple seasons, you know, their games were pretty packed. I guess at the beginning of the season, but you had a lot of Ja fans. What was the kid named Barnes? I mean, that's one thing that is people forget, is the fact that this is a totally different team from last couple seasons. You know, when they were contending, I get Ja had injuries.
I remember when they were,
You know, they're going, you know, trying to, you know, make the playoffs and everything like that. They were looking like an exciting team, and now it doesn't even look that way.
Yeah, I remember when they was going up against Golden State in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I think they went like 6 games. I don't think it went 7.
No.
It went like 6 games. I mean, they were contending. I mean, I knew they wasn't going to beat Golden State, but they were right there.
Yeah, one of them young up and coming teams.
I mean, they had, what was the dude, Dylan? What's the guy's name? Play for Houston. The dude that he can hit the 3D up. I forget his name.
Yeah,
Dylan Brooks, and they had the Australian dude, the center. He used to play for Oklahoma City with Adams. I mean, they had a nice little squad.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, you went from Glorilla being on floor seats, and to this.
Yeah.
I remember. Not remember. They are. You have to remember they're the only pro team in Memphis. That's it.
Oh, right.
That's it. The Titans don't play in Memphis. The Titans play in Nashville, right?
Tennessee,
Nashville.
Yeah.
They play in, even though it's the Tennessee Titans, but they play in Nashville. So that's the squad in Memphis, and
and it looks very bad.
It's
it
tough.
Looks like they're gonna have to trade him because he looks disinterested. You know, how he's talking to the media, you know, they're gonna, you know, always say something against him, how he talks to the media, but it looks like he seems shackled, like it's not fun anymore for him.
Well, he said it.
And I don't like that. When he did say that. I don't like that when some player like his caliber, who was all about excitement, explosiveness, that it's not fun anymore. When something like this is not fun anymore, that's when you gotta get out. And I think he does need a different scenery.
Well, he signed that extension, so whoever picks him up is going to pick up that big contract. And you know, trades are typically at this magnitude is not going to be equal. Memphis is not going to get something back of equal value. So pretty much they're going to trade them. They're going to get some players and some draft capital.
Unfortunately, there's been, you know, talks with executives. They're saying, they don't want to touch him and all this other stuff. So. Because of his past, but it's like, I think he just needs to be in the right spot, you know. So it's a bad situation all the way around. So NFL news: Sauce Gardner gets traded to the Colts.
The Colts.
And then the Jets trade away Quentin Williams to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You know, they are big sellers in the trade deadline. Sauce Gardner and the Colts, they're looking like Colts are looking like a contender now with Sauce Gardner. I mean, he wasn't playing as well, but I mean, once again, a change of scenery. We see how the Jets are just imploding, and now they're selling off assets as far as their top players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you see the Colts end up somewhere in deep in the playoffs?
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the AFC. You got Buffalo, Baltimore. You got still Denver. I mean,
Denver, the Steelers, the top teams right now in the AFC.
They could do. They can make some noise. You know, they play in a dome, so
yeah.
So the weather thing doesn't affect them at home. It could really be. I mean, they can make some noise. I mean, you got Sam Darnold. No.
I mean,
Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones.
And,
Daniel
Indiana
Jones playing
and
well.
Denver are the top teams in the AFC.
Yeah, and
right now, and New England, they're all three teams 7-2.
Yeah, so it's Kansas City's not necessarily Kansas City, like that. You know how
right
how Golden State used to be, like when you was like they was that squad. Kansas City was that in football. They were that squad. I'm not saying that they can't win another Super Bowl, but they're not that anymore. And you're just like, you know,
right now they're in the 8th spot. They would be out of the playoffs with Jacksonville at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana is the number 1 seed right now with New England 2, Denver 3. So, yeah, I mean, really, it's up for grabs. The AFC is right now. With like I said, Kansas City at 5-4, they're gonna have to rattle some wins to get back in the playoff picture. They do have 2 games versus Denver coming up, so they possibly could split those games and get into that playoff picture. But when it comes to the Colts, I mean, they look like they're all in.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen the Colts all in like this since
the Peyton Manning. Oh, actually, Andrew Luck.
And I was gonna say Andrew Luck situation. So you know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens with Sauce Gardner. Maybe he has a resurgence over there.
Maybe.
With the Colts, but the Jets are a straight up sinking ship, and
yeah,
it's not looking good over there.
Yeah, it's not looking too good over there, but it's looking good for LA though. The Dodgers.
Right. Oh, right. The Dodgers.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. The Dodgers did win the championship.
Won the World Series.
Back-to-back championship.
Didn't I tell you last time we talked? What I say?
Yeah.
That Toronto had to win Game 6, and they was not going to win Game 7 when Otani on the mound.
I've seen that.
I said
win Game 7.
They had to win Game 6, man. You got it. You have to end that. You know, I don't want to be that, as Marcel was like say, that non-athletic real person, that narc or whatever. And they call anybody choke artist or anything like that. But I will say they missed the ball with that. You got to end it right there. There's no if ands or buts about it. Right. You can't play around with that.
And this is regarded as one of the top World Series games of all time. Like Game 7 and 6.
They said they had more. They said they doubled the NBA Finals views.
Exactly. I mean, people are actually saying this may be one of the greatest World Series of all time.
Yeah, it was a good series. They won 7 games.
Good.
It was competitive.
Exactly.
And if the Phillies don't win it next year, I'm rooting for the Blue Jays. Right. I've always liked the Blue Jays hat. They hat was always a dope hat.
And one more thing. The rich may be getting richer as the Dodgers may be looking at another top Japanese player is coming to the major leagues, and in the next few months we'll find out. Well, I forget I can't pronounce his name.
The Dodgers have Otani, and they got another one too.
Otani, Yoshi Yamamoto, who won the World Series MVP with his amazing pitching.
Oh, he's a pitcher. Okay.
Yeah, so those two, and then this guy is a slugger, a third baseman, one of the top sluggers in Japanese baseball.
So they're saying that the Dodgers are trying to get him. Are there any other teams going for him?
All the teams can go for him. It's like a kind of a weird draft, but it's a player coming from another country.
Mm-hmm.
So they have. I just looked at it. They have like 45 days when the start of all of this with players free agency.
Mm-hmm.
All 30 teams have 45 days to claim this player from Japan. I like I said, I can't pronounce his name, but if you look at his stats, his amazing stats. Like
So when they say claim, what they just
sign him?
Oh, so they
Teams
just put out money.
Yeah, 45 days to sign him.
So
it's basically gonna be a bidding war. For
a bidding war. Okay.
30 to 45 days.
So he doesn't go into the draft.
No, he's gonna go straight because he was already, he's already a professional athlete. So he's a free agent per se.
Okay.
And teams can bid for him, and it's a 45-day window. If not, then
he could take any bid. He could take any bid he wants. He doesn't have to take the highest. If he could turn the bid down and say, "Oh, I'd rather play for this team because of whatever reason." Okay,
exactly.
All right. Hey,
yeah.
That's crazy.
And everyone's talking about it could be the Dodgers gonna get him.
It could be. I mean, baseball, Major League Baseball doesn't have a salary cap, so it's just about how much you can shell out at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And that's being talked about too. So.
Oh, real quick before we go, we got a little bit of time. They canceled the fight. They canceled the fight.
Jake Paul and
thank you. Fight's canceled. Much love to the alleged victim. The Tank Davis had legal issues.
Right.
Said he attacked the woman. I'm not cheering that. I'm a boxing fan. I didn't want to see that fight.
We're gonna talk more about it in the next hour, so keep it locked right here.
God.
It's a Keep It 1 Million show. I'm Dwayne.
Sean P.
90.7 FM KRDP. Keep it locked right here. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Are those of the speakers